Welcome to the Midnight Library. I see you found your way here, despite the hour. Tell me, what time is it where you are? And where are you listening from?
Streaming wasn't supposed to be this big. It started with just me, a beat-up headset, and a few strangers watch me run dungeons and crack stupid jokes. I wasn't a pro. I didn't rage or trash talk. I was the support guy. The healer, the reviver, the guy who stayed behind to cover your back. That's who I've always been. Not just in game, but in life too. Somehow, people connected with that. And one day I looked up and there were thousands of them. Fans, followers, subscribers, whatever the term. They showed up every night, left me comments like, "Watching you play is the best part of my day." They became a kind of family. And for 2 years I barely left my desk. But the grind wears you down. Even love becomes weight when it's constant. So when my mom suggested we rent a beach villa for the week, I didn't hesitate. I needed out. Away from the notifications, the messages, the unspoken obligation to be entertaining every second. And honestly, I missed holiday too. The villa was perfect. White-walled and wind-battered, perched on the edge of a cliff where you could hear the sea breathing. Inside, the wood floors creaked and the curtains danced with every gust. My little brother ran barefoot into the waves, while my parents unpacked and argued about dinner. It felt like exhaling for the first time in months. The plan was simple: beach by day, barbecue by night, and absolutely no streaming. I even left my gaming laptop behind. That first afternoon, my mom handed me a grocery list. Meats, marinades, corn, a few odds and ends. "You're on barbecue duty," she said with a wink. I laughed, took the keys, and headed to the town market. It was only a 15-minute drive through winding coastal roads, trees hugging tight, the sky glowing gold. The grocery store was small, old-fashioned, tucked between a post office and a shuttered laundromat. Inside, the lighting was dim, the shelves narrow, and the music soft enough to make you feel like whispering. There weren't many people, a cashier humming to herself, a man reading labels too closely, and then her. She was at the end of the aisle when I turned the corner. Gray hair pulled into a loose bun, floral dress, hands clasped tight around a shopping basket. She was looking straight at me. I gave a polite nod, grabbed what I needed, and moved on. But in the next aisle, she was there again, and again after that. Each time she stood perfectly still, smiling, eyes wide, following without actually walking, like she already knew where I'd go next. Finally, she spoke. "You look just like my boy." Her voice was thin but warm. It held a kind of sadness that made you want to listen. "I'm sorry," I said, half turning. "My son played those little games like you do. We used to go to the beach together every summer. You even walk like him." I nodded awkwardly and tried to step around her, but she followed. "You came back, didn't you? I knew you would. I've been waiting." Something about her tone scared me. Not what she said, but how she said it, like she believed something mysterious. I made an excuse and moved quickly to check out. She didn't buy anything. She just stood near the automatic doors watching, that soft smile never leaving her face. I didn't look back again. Back at the villa, I dropped the bags and told my dad everything. He tried to play it down. Probably just an old woman confused by memory, grief, something like that. My mom nodded, but her eyes seemed a little worried. We grilled on the patio, ate under string lights, tried to laugh, but there was a weight in the air now, something quiet and pressing, like we were being watched. And then, as I reached for another skewer, I saw her again, far beyond the edge of the yard, just outside the tree line, standing still, the same smile, the same eyes. I didn't say anything. I went to grab a drink. When I looked again, she was gone. That night, I couldn't sleep. Every creak in the floorboards made me flinch. I heard the ocean, the wind, and then sun. It was so faint I could have dreamed it, but I wasn't dreaming. I looked out the window and I swear I saw a shape move right at the edge of the garden. I woke my dad. We called the local police. 2 officers came, searched the property, shrugged it off. Probably just someone who lives nearby, they said. We'll patrol the area tonight. You folks should get some rest. We didn't. The next morning, we packed early. No one needed convincing. We drove back home in silence. That night, I had decided to stream again. I didn't play, just sat and talked. Told my followers everything, from the grocery store to the knock in the night. The chat went wild with theories, ghosts, forest witches, parasitic cults. Then one viewer sent a message that stopped me cold. Wait, you said she thought you were her son? I replied, yeah. She kept saying I'd come back. This might sound insane, but there was a case. A woman and her adult son went missing in a coastal town, like 3 years ago. They rented a villa near a beach and just vanished. They dropped a link. News archive. 2 photos. First, the woman. A bit younger, but definitely her. Then, the son. He looked like me.
Another chapter closed. Leave the candle lit in the comments and tell us what part of the story stayed with you.